Okay, hi everyone. Hopefully you can hear me. Okay, so today someone suggested that I could do trailers, as in stuff you can attach to the vehicle and, pull around with the vehicle. But before I get to that, I actually want to show you a few changes I did. So I made a little dot in the middle of the screen so you can see what you're aiming at. And you can see I did some pop-up as well. So if you try to interact with the player, character interaction not yet implemented, then you can also make the interaction system so that you can interact with any object and it's just gonna display whatever text you want for that object. The way I did it is to go in the tag, and tag 1 is the text you want to display. So when I drive, see driving, name of the car instead of name of the car, and then for the passenger, sitting in, name of the car. Yeah, so you can see the player is a little bit offset to the side, so you can really aim and see what you're gonna interact with. So you can, for example, pick up small stuff like weapons on counters and whatever. And I also fixed, okay, I wasn't going fast enough. I also fixed the problems I had with the ragdoll. Because, yeah, when I did the physical animation stuff, I modified the physic asset of the character, and it just broke the whole thing. So I fixed that. And yeah, I also added vehicle speed versus wheel speed. And so, see, when you handbrake, the wheels aren't turning anymore, so it displays 0. But the vehicle speed is still going to give you the speed that the vehicle is going. So, something like that. Okay, so onto the trailer. And hi, Sarbiswar. I'm fine. How about you? And okay, onto the trailer. First of all, we're gonna need to model a trailer. So I'm just gonna open up the Camaro for a scale. Okay. So we're gonna make a pretty small and shitty trailer. Something like that. Yeah, and once again, you're gonna have to excuse my pretty lame modeling skill. Okay, so that's right there is going to be our mock-up of the trailer. And then we need some wheels. Something like that should be alright for just a trailer. Alright, let's duplicate that. Yay, okay. And then we need a bar that'll attach this to the trailer, to the car. Set, yeah, and vertices. Let me do that again. Okay. Yeah, longer than that. Okay. Yay. So that right here is going to be our trailer. Hey, it's a pleasure, Solita. I'm glad you enjoyed the tutorials. Okay, now we don't need the Camaro anymore. And yeah, I'm not gonna save that because I don't want to lose the Camaro. So save as trailer test. Alright. Now we're gonna need to center this thing. We'll put the center of gravity toward the front because usually in a trailer this here is mostly wood with a very thin steel tubing frame, and then this here is a huge piece of steel for some reason, or at least that's the case on the trailer I could see. So yeah, they usually tend to the front here dig up in the ground. So we're gonna position it like that so that the center of gravity is up front and higher too. Okay, so our center of gravity is going to be here alongside with our pivot. That's going to be just fine. Alright, okay. So I'm just going to name stuff correctly. Hide the Dodge. Yeah, so that's gonna be a pretty lame trailer. Now I'm also gonna need to add a socket to define the attach point, but yeah, it's gonna be a skeletal mesh, so I should be able to do that in the engine. Yeah, okay. So same as always, we're gonna reset the X form of everything, and you can see that the wheel I mirrored did not like the reset X form. It is now all flipped. So we're gonna flip the normal again, and boom, voila. Without the reset X form, this wheel would have been not mirrored in the Unreal Engine. So that would have been pretty bad. Okay, so let's convert all of that back to editable poly. So the X form got collapsed onto it. Now the next thing is the pivot, fake pivot, reset, transform, and scale, and we're gonna do that for everything. Basically same as we do when we rig the vehicles. And then parent bolt wheels to the body to create a structure. And we're ready to export that. And we're gonna export it as trailer. Take smoothing groups. Okay, let's have a look in the engine. I'm guessing I'm gonna need a new folder inside the vehicle. Yeah, new folder, that'll be trailer. And I'll import this trailer. Okay, skeletal mesh, yes. Great. Alright. You can see in the physic acid, collisions are not really accurate, right? We've got our wheels. This is pretty lame. So, new body, single convex, okay. I say that's good enough for a trailer. Yeah, actually, I'll just put a box and not have any collision on the rod here. That's going to be used for attachment purposes. Otherwise, as soon as you're going to steer, it's just going to collide with the vehicle and it's going to glitch out, and it's not going to work out. Yeah, no, not really. That's better. Grid snap, angle snap, just snap, snap, snap. Alright, that's gonna be good enough for now. Now, how about the constraints? Actually, if I just simulate it. Sweet. Oh. And yeah, I'm actually gonna have to make collisions here. Yeah, okay, I'll add another button. Just realized that I need this piece to be colliding with the ground. Okay, Yeah, that's better. And I really don't like how there's no skylight, no ambient light in the physics asset editor, and you just don't see a damn thing in the shadow areas. That needs to be fixed somehow. So into the constraint, angular, that'll be locked. Okay. Yay. Okay, we've got our trailer, which is front heavy, the way we want it to. I'm not gonna put any suspension, because, yeah, it's a shitty trailer. Really not street legal, by the way. So I won't even bother to make a suspension on it. But yeah, you know, you should be able to make a suspension if you want to, just by studying how I made the vehicle masterclass. So the next part is gonna be, we're not gonna possess it, so it doesn't have to be a pawn. So blueprint, trailer. All right. By the way, this is not a tutorial in any way, shape, or form. This is really just me doing some testing on it. And yeah, this video is probably gonna end up really long, so I don't think I'm gonna have it recorded on the channel, because it's gonna be super long and nobody's gonna watch it. Okay. I need this mesh to be simulating physics. Do I have the, nope. So trailer physics asset. Oh, I did not put the socket. Add socket, that'll be attach socket. And yep. So that is the place where it's gonna attach on the vehicle. Now I need to do the same on the vehicle blueprint, of course. So let's say we go in the Camaro, the viewport. I'm not gonna make it a socket on the mesh, because I don't know, I guess I want to be able to toggle the hitch on and off, so that the player can choose if they want the hitch to be on the car. So what I'll do instead is, wait, do I have a choice? Actually, I'm pretty sure I don't. Yeah, no, I don't have a choice to make it a socket, because if I attach it to another mesh than the body, then I won't be able to disable the collisions in the constraint. And so, yeah, it's gonna act up weird, and I don't want that. So, okay, add a socket onto the vehicle too. Add socket. That'll be, I'm not too sure how it's actually called in English. The kind of ball you attach a trailer to at the rear of the vehicle. Yeah, it's just a hitch. Okay. So, hitch, socket. Why is it not typing? And we're gonna move it back to where the ball, the hitch, would actually be. And that looks about right. Okay. So the way I thought of being able to attach the trailer into the vehicle would be to place a trigger box, trigger volume onto the around the attach point, and then when you interact with the trailer with the F key, it'll just detect the vehicle that are colliding with the box and attach to the nearest one, basically using the socket. So it'll create a physics constraint in between them, and yeah, something like that. So you're gonna have to back off the vehicle close enough to the trailer, then get off the car and press F while looking at the trailer for the trailer to attach, basically. If that works out properly, what the heck is going on? What? Okay, something bad happened. Okay, no socket. What? Okay, I fixed it. I just realized my trailer. Collision. Yeah, no collision. So that'll be, we'll call it a vehicle, I guess. Okay. Nice. Okay, so yeah, adding a socket to the skeletal mesh of the car actually breaks the car for whatever reason. I'm gonna try it again. Yeah. Oh well. Oh. Yeah, I think I know why. That'll be into the create physics constraints. Yeah, get 0. So when you add a socket, then this body is not 0 anymore, I guess. It becomes this one. So to attach the wheel to the socket. Yeah, so I guess I should get rid of that. And make it body. Let's have a look at that. Yay! Okay, so I fixed it. I'm now able to put sockets in here without breaking the constraints for the wheel. Which means, you're gonna have to always call that bone body. Otherwise the constraint won't happen. And okay, so trailer, no, I said hitch socket. Okay, cool. next up is gonna be a very big box collision, which we're gonna attach to parent socket. That'll be attached socket. And it's gonna have to be bigger than that, since it's gonna rest on the ground. Actually, you know what? We're gonna hit it in game. I don't know if you knew about that, but the collision box can be, you can just tick off hidden in game, and you're gonna be able to see that collision box in game without, you know, console command. So this way we should be able to back off the vehicle and have it collide. Come on, stop. And have it collide with the box, yes, and then just interact with the trailer and have it attach to the socket. Hopefully, yeah. So in order to do that, first we need to be able to interact with it. So we're gonna need tag, which is gonna be usable, and then the other tag, this is a trailer. So that's the text that is gonna be displayed whenever we look at it. And oh, come on. Whatever. Oh, these are warnings. Yeah, these warnings appeared in 4.16 for some reason. I have no idea what they mean. And basically, one for each physics constraints I had for the wheels, so 6. And it tells me I can't create a constraint between static objects, but the constraint is created anyway. So yeah, I really don't have a clue why this is there. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so BP trailer, the mesh has all the proper tags to be interactable. So usable should return through, and then out, since it's none of the above. Character, and so yeah, I don't know what this is. Okay, cool. Now I can interact with the trailer. Okay, so what I'm gonna have to do actually is create an interactable master class. Interactable master, yes. And then inside this one, have a custom event. Add custom event use. Okay. This one I'm gonna have to reparent to be child of my interactable master, like so. Excellent. Then I can override function use to, for example, do a pop-up. No, pop-up function is only on the pawn. Well, print string hello. All right. So if we're interacting interacting with a usable object, which is not a vehicle, not a pawn, and not a character, then it's just a straight up usable object, which we're gonna cast to interactable master. And trigger the use event. So this is gonna be good for doors, windows, really anything. For pickup objects as well. This is really gonna be anything other than stuff you either possess or do something really special with. Yeah, you could even use that for other players. But yeah, so now when I interact with the trailer, it should print hello, yes. Okay, so what I'm gonna do instead is the attaching code for the trailer to be able to get attached. Alright, first of all, collisions on the box. I need to overlap all dynamic, yes. And get overlap, get overlapping actors. And for each loop with break, and we're gonna cast to VP master vehicle. Okay. So if the cast does not fail, it means we have a vehicle colliding with the collision box. Well, overlapped by the collision box. So first thing, we want to stop that loop. So, okay, and then we can start attaching. We're gonna need the mesh. Of that vehicle. And the mesh of the trailer as well. It's not create, it's add physic constraint. Add physic constraint component. Yes. Manual attachment, no. Related transform is going to be the transform of the socket. Relative. Actor reference. Yay, okay. So I'm gonna create that component onto the vehicle. You're gonna understand why later, eventually, I guess, maybe. Okay, cool. So end socket name is gonna be hitch socket. And then I don't remember on top of my head how I yeah, okay, set constraint component. So component 1. Component 1 is going to be you. Component 2 is so that'll be attach socket, and that'll be pitch socket, hopefully, and then whoa. Okay, so it's all locked by default. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be doing anything at all. Okay. Just gonna make sure. And it is so lightweight I can actually push it like that. Hello, okay, so it does overlap with the car, so that part is fine. It does also find the car, otherwise it wouldn't say hello. So yeah, problem with the way I make the constraints, of course. Always, physical constraints are such a pain to work with, especially when you want to create them at runtime, and especially even more when you want to constrain two separate actors. Hey, I'm gonna have a cigarette real quick. By the way, if you see me doing something silly, or if you think there's a better way of doing what I'm doing, then feel free to let me know in the comments. Well, in the chat, actually. So I'm just gonna double check the name of my sockets real quick. Make sure that's not a problem. Copy it. Paste it, okay. Nope. Oh. Okay, so just like when I attach the wheel, I attach the trailer first and then the vehicle second, okay? But it does not work. Probably is. Oh, yeah. Oops. Okay, now the socket. Okay. Doo-doo. Still doesn't do anything. Okay. Hey, actually, I don't need to create that constraint at runtime. Since it's a trailer, there's more than likely gonna be only one constraint, right? Only one attach point. So physics constraint. Hidden in game false. Okay. So constraint. Angular limit. I'm gonna leave it to all free, all locked. Okay. Now do I actually see that constraint in game? No, I do not. I kinda wish I could see it in game. Hi, Immer. So component 1 should be, yeah, constraint bone 1. Should be the attached socket, I guess. Or actually, just leave it to none. Okay. Event graph. I'll get the constraint. Set constraint components. Yeah, okay. Let's have a look at that. See if that works any better. What is going on? Why is it like that? Okay, cool. It says, hello. Oh, would you look at that? Okay, the trailer is attached. Let me just... But you can see the location of the thing is completely wrong. It's... Yeah, it's not good. We want the socket to get attached at the proper location and not just wherever it was. So how do I do that? Guess I'm gonna need the socket location. Of the hitch socket. And I guess that'd be great if the pivot point was actually the hitch where I attach the whole thing. That'd make my job so much easier. I guess something like that. Yeah, something like that. Good. And re-import. Yay. Okay, the physic asset did not get broken. It's always a good start. Good. Good. Awesome. So now I can set the location of the damn thing, the whole damn thing, to be the location of the hitch socket. And I also don't need the socket on the trailer anymore. So I'm gonna clean it up later when I get it working. So, okay, I have mesh here. I don't need that print string anymore either. Set world location to be this location before constraining it. Oh, that's gonna be pretty ugly looking. But if it works, then I'm gonna move on to making it smoother. Yay! Huh, that was pretty easy. Okay. And now you can see I am carrying a trailer. That's pretty sweet. Yay! Now, of course, the physics of the trailer is pretty awful. It's not leaving any skid mark on the ground. Is it even colliding with the car? Yes, it does. It does collide with the ground, the car. So that's cool. You can see it's a very lightweight. And yeah, it's not leaving any skid marks. Doesn't have any suspension. I definitely wouldn't carry furniture or anything fragile in that trailer. Jeez. But it works. And it actually works pretty well. At least better than I expected. You can see I can push it around. And yeah, if I back up, you can see it act pretty much like a trailer would, I guess. Now I'm really curious to actually add some weight to it and see how it's gonna affect me trying to brake. For example, if the weight will generate enough inertia to actually prevent me from braking as well. So that, you know, you can simulate super heavy trailers or a fifth wheel or something like that, and see if it's gonna prevent you from accelerating or braking as fast as before and things like that. I'm also curious to see if I could get a player to stand on the trailer. Okay, that was easier than I thought it would be. That's cool. player to fall into the trailer. It would have been quite epic. Okay, now about the weight of the trailer. Let's make it really heavy. Whoa! Okay, that was unexpected. How am I gonna fix that? Yeah, okay, I can drag the whole thing upside down. And you can see it definitely affect how the vehicle accelerate. You can see the suspension going down a lot as I try to move forward. Okay. Yeah, if you push it too far, it's gonna glitch the whole thing. 26 kilometer. Whoa! Okay, yeah, the weight definitely affect the simulation. Let me show you what I mean by that. You can see there, the trailer wanted to keep going sideways because of the drift, and it totally pulled the rear of the vehicle, like that. See? Now it's pushing. So yeah, the trailer is definitely gonna affect the way that the vehicle is driving, depending on the weight you put, which is pretty much the whole point, I guess, of having a fully physics simulated car. Okay, cool. Now let's see how much it affects the drifting. Not the drifting, the braking. Let's see how much it's gonna push the car. Yeah, okay. Yeah. It's awesome. Yeah. Heavy trailer is definitely awesome. Now I guess I just need to, make those tires less drifty, less slippery, actually, so that it's a little bit more realistic. So how I'm gonna do that, same as the car, select both wheel body and physics material, yes, right there. That's gonna be tire. Okay. I kind of thought it'd be a little harder than that to do. Yeah, it's drifting a lot less, and it's still pulled on the vehicle, which is pretty cool. Whoa! Okay, I can see the wheel of the trailer there, kind of wobbly. That's because I forgot to select the constraints. I think that was 0.1 and that was 1. Yes. And then the body, that should be 80 and 11. Same as the car, basically. Okay, let me just auto rotate camera to false, because I'm tired of having to open up the menu to change it. One person, Dutch Gamer, asked me, how is backing up with the trailer? Well, it's pretty horrible. As you can see, the whole thing doesn't want to stay straight. Yeah, it's quite of a pain, just like it would be in real life, I'm assuming. So, okay, the wheels aren't wobbling anymore. Trailer isn't drifting nearly as much. Still a little bit, because it's not nearly as heavy as the car. And it's only got 2 wheels instead of 4, so not as much friction as the car. But yeah, it's a neat little trailer. Yay. Okay, what's the plan now? First of all, I need to be able to detach it. Oops. You know, by pressing F while it's attached to detach it, basically. Okay, so I need a bool value. Is attached. Okay, so if it is not attached, we attach it and make the attachable through. And then if it is attached, what we're gonna do instead is we're gonna set the constraint component to the trailer mesh twice, just like it is currently. And that should break the constraint between the car and the trailer, hopefully. And then set attached to false, so we can reattach it afterward. What do you mean, Dutch Gamer? Why not use a flip-flop? Okay, trailer is attached. Instead of a bool. Oh, okay. Because now if I spawn the trailer attached, the bool's gonna be true, and when I interact with it the first time, it's gonna detach it. If I use a flip-flop, then, you know, I lose that thing I can do, right? Because if I spawn it attached, then the first time it's gonna try to attach it, so I'm gonna have to press it twice, which is not good practice. So yeah, flip-flops are pretty cool, but yeah, don't use them too often. Okay, so my detach code is not working at all. Why is that? Okay, so it tells me hello, but it's not detaching it. Should I actually just break the constraint? It doesn't give me much detail as of to what it's doing, but I guess we're gonna have to find out. So break constraint. In theory, it should work. Like breaking the constraint is just gonna break it. And it did. Okay, the trailer is not attached anymore. And I can reattach it. Okay. So yeah, I can attach and detach the trailer. Like so. Awesome. Good. Okay, so yeah, I guess this trailer, I mean there's not much more we can do to a simple trailer other than attach it, detach it. So I guess if you wanted to make another trailer, you could just make a child blueprint of this trailer and just change the mesh and the physics asset and the weight and all that, and that would work. So I guess this would be a trailer masterclass. I say create a child so you don't have to redo the code and the physics constraint setup and all that. Oh, and by the way, angular limited. Yeah. Yep. Which one is the top? Okay. So here you can limit the angle. Yeah, we're just gonna set all of them to 45-degree limitation and see what happens. Yeah, so right now the trailer weighs 1,000 kilogram, which of course is, I mean, it feels like cardboard, just like anything you do in Unreal Engine. So yeah, I'm probably gonna need to add my additional gravity on the trailer, just like I did on the car. Let me actually try a jump with this trailer. Ouch. The trailer totally hit me in flight. Okay, that was pretty awesome though. Yeah, so I guess I could add the additional gravity, the anti-drift assistant, and make it so that it gets the value of the vehicle. Whoa, whoa. Okay, the weight definitely affects the inertia, even though it doesn't really affect how fast the car accelerates. Guess I'm gonna have to implement that. Implement a load system. And I guess you could put passenger in the trailer, same way as you do in the car, so that people can sit in the trailer and you can hook up the trailer and give him a ride. But yeah, I really don't see what else I could do with that trailer. Other than pop up some really sweet drifts because of its weight. Alright, ditch the trailer. Okay, I just need to make that box hidden. Yeah, hidden in game, so we don't see it anymore. Excellent. Save everything. I guess I could add some pop-ups onto attaching and detaching the trailer. So let's open up the third pawn, pop-up. This is how I place my pop. I'm gonna copy and paste that into the trailer, into a function. I know I'm not using the reroute nodes. That is just so the inputs are gonna get the proper names, which they wouldn't if I just plug the reroute node in there. Okay. Now I can trigger that function. So I want this pop-up to stay on the screen for 3 seconds and trailer detached. See, trailer attached and trailer detached. Yay! Alright, so Guess I'm gonna have to upload that to the forum now, so that you guys can download it and play with it. I'm really curious. Can I still hook it up? I guess I should be able to. Whoa. That was explosive, but it worked. So, oh, can I hit the other player with the trailer? Ah, that'd be awesome. I just missed it. Okay, I'm gonna have to do that until I succeed, to see if the hit from the trailer is gonna be enough to... Nope. Okay, now I really want the hit from the trailer to be hard enough to get it to ragdoll. Oops. Shit. Nice. Oh, come on. Seriously? Now I can't move? That's lame. Yeah, now the player got down. Okay. Yeah, that's not the right angle for a trailer. Alright, I guess that's gonna have to be it for today. And Aziz, can you make a tutorial on exposed suspension? Okay, how to animate the suspension? Actually, I have no idea. I was never able to rig a suspension to begin with. But yeah, I would assume that you would need one bone to be centered where you want the wheels to be. And then you just, in the animation blueprint, make that bone follow the height of the wheel. So, you know, the suspension would not actually take place into the physics simulation. It would only be aesthetic. But yeah, I've never messed with it, so I can't help you. Now, how to set up the driver? Can you be more specific than that? I'm not really too sure what you're asking. Okay, so the driver, as you may have noticed, is always here and hidden. I'm not actually gonna bother to find that in the list. How I've set up the animations was in the master. No. So on Big and Play, you can see here on Big and Play, I get the mesh of the vehicle, get its anim instance, cast it to the animation blueprint, and make a variable out of it. I do that so that I can animate the steering wheel, the needles, and all that. And I do the same thing for the driver mesh. Alright. And then on event tick, I update animation blueprint. So I get these two variables I created. And inside these animations are float values for the steering angle. Okay. So the driver, let me, I actually forgot where, no, that was the passenger. Where is the physic asset? Okay, so Camaro anims. See, the driver has an animation blueprint and an animation sequence. So you can see the animation sequence is basically the steering animation, just 360 degrees, and it is 354 frames. So that's almost one frame for each degree. You know, a full circle is 360 degree, so that's almost one frame for each degree. And so inside the animation blueprint, yeah, you're not gonna like that, I think. Yeah, I basically paused the animation and I can decide which frame I want to display. So steering angle, here is I set 15, then it's gonna be, I'm sorry, it's gonna be the 15th frame. If I set minus 15, it's pretty much same location, but yeah, so this system only takes positive values. And so the trick is all to convert the steering angle into a positive values for the left and right. Yeah, it's a... Anyway, you can open it up on your computer and have a look at it. It's a fairly complex thing. Or you can just copy and paste the animation blueprint and yeah, make a different animation. You don't actually have to redo this. So yeah. Now this is probably not gonna work on multiplayer since I didn't. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some modifications for it to work in multiplayer, the trailer, before I upload that to the forum. I'm gonna have so much fun with that trailer. So many things I want to try. Too bad it's so low I don't see it. Oh, yeah. Backing up is going to be just a little bit of a pain. Just a little bit. Yay! Alright, so is there any more questions? Gonna give you a few minutes to ask that. Ouch. Okay, I answered my own question. The trailer can definitely knock out the player. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna need some kind of check to make sure the hitch is close to the attach point. Because if it's not, then it's just gonna throw the whole thing in the air. Just have a look at this. See, right now it's detecting the car, so it's like, yay, all good, you know? Oh, that wasn't so bad. But yeah, you could definitely cause some issues if you're not careful enough. Ouch. Come on. Like that, for example. You don't want that. So I don't know yet how to fix that, but I will come up with something and I'll let you know later on. Alright, so that was it for this live stream. Thanks a lot for watching and participating in the chat for those of you who did. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.